Fab Four and JUNG'S Anima and Animus. Today, the Fab Four entertain Jung's perspective. Does this sound familiar? You have a whirlwind romance, then, months or years in, the light dims. Arguments flare over nothing. You wonder, who is this person I've been living with? Or worse, you look in the mirror and ask, who have I become? That, my friend, is the Anima and Animus knocking at the door. Carl Jung saw them not as problems, but as invitations. The Anima is the feminine soul in every man, intuition, feeling, the muse that whispers poetry or plunges him into inexplicable moods. And the Animus is the masculine spirit in every woman, logic, assertion, the inner voice that sharpens opinions into swords. When they're unconscious, they possess us. A man projects his anima onto a partner. She becomes the perfect nurturer, the eternal lover, the one who completes him. When she inevitably shows her human edges, tiredness, independence, he feels betrayed, and depending on his maturity, he withdraws into sullen silence or sudden anger. And when a woman projects her animus, the man better be the decisive hero, the unshakable guide. When he hesitates or doubts, she fills the gap with cutting judgments, convinced her truth is absolute. But here's the hopeful turn, the one that always makes me smile. These aren't curses, they're bridges. Jung called integration the coniunctio, the sacred marriage. Withdraw the projection, and something miraculous happens. You stop chasing ghosts in others and start courting the living figure inside. Dreams bring her forward, a wise woman by a lake, a girl with knowing eyes. Or he appears in her, a calm advisor, a creative spark. Befriend them through active imagination. Dialogue in your journal. Walk with them in quiet moments. Ask what they need. They are you. This is an example of what the process of integration can look like. These are some steps that can lead you to it. Real life. I've seen men who once exploded at irrational tears now listen deeply. Their own tenderness no longer shameful. Women who once argued to win now speak with authority that is softened by empathy. Their inner man no longer a tyrant, but a partner. Jung, warm, paternal, with a chuckle. Ah, yes. The anima begins as Eve, seductive, enchanting, then becomes Helen, Mary, Sophia. Let me take a minute to explain that. As Eve, she is the maiden or earthly mother figure. As Helen, she is the wife or the romanticized enchantress. As Mary, she is the mother figure, offering selfless, loving care. And as Sophia, the Greek word for wisdom, she has become the wise old woman. The goal is to move from being controlled by instinct, Eve, and romantic illusion, Helen, to being guided by wisdom, Sophia. She matures as you do. Ignore her, and she drags you into melancholy. Honor her, and she lifts you to creativity, to genuine sheer love. Machiavelli, dry smile. Carl, poetic as ever. But remember, the man who ignores his anima hands his enemies a lever. The woman blind to her animus becomes a puppet of her own rigid opinions. Why integration? Its power reclaimed. Buddha, gentle, steady. Power, yes, but clinging to either anima or animus creates suffering. See them rise like clouds. Let them pass. Then the sky is clear. Marcus Aurelius, with quiet strength in his voice, declares, and in that clarity, virtue flows naturally. The integrated soul fears no storm, because the opposites no longer war within them. Jung closes softly. My dear ones, this isn't about perfection. It's about becoming real. Your relationships will deepen, not because the other changes, but because you stop asking them to carry what was always yours to hold. There's joy in that, real, quiet joy. If something stirred in you with this video, and it feels like a long-lost friend knocking, give it a like, share your quiet realization below. Subscribe so you don't miss Machiavelli. He'll bring the edge we sometimes need. The Stoics show us how to stand steady, and Buddha will continue to advise against attachment. Take the time to visit the wisdom of Jung, Machiavelli, Buddha, and the Stoics video library. We take deep dives and invite you to come with us. Until then, keep your head up and stay loving.